Have you ever had a feeling where you wake up in the morning and you're just filled with fear and anxiety, and then your legs start shaking and it spirals into rushing through the day or like trying to find things to soothe yourself, okay? Well, that kind of happened to me this morning. And I sat down in my chair. I was trying to do like prayers, meditations, anything that would help me to ground myself. I also took like, ashwagandha helps me with focus, helps me to center myself. Okay. One thing that I've been realizing is about entities and how they feed off of our emotions. And I am actually writing a book on it because of all my experiences moving to Georgia. I went from experiencing bliss and peace living in Chicago, and then I moved to Georgia, and it was like dark night of the soul nonstop. And I saw the worst side of Georgia first, and entities, energies, dark forces, you name it, okay? And it's been a battle for me to pull myself out of that energy. But I know that the reason is that so I can help other people. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. Today I noticed the anxiety, the fear, and then I realized when it started seeping into me, I was like, "Oh my god." Sometimes for the people that have this type of thing, um, you know, if you have thyroid issues, you can have this, or like, you're just anxious in general, okay? Well, I noticed, I was like, wait a minute, is this me, really me? So I stopped and I noticed that I'm a super sensitive person. And I noticed that it was like I felt like a frequency where it was coming from somewhere else. And I was just sucking it in and taking it on like it was mine. And a lot of my gifts are open. So the empath thing is there as well. I will absorb energy that's in the room, take on other people's feelings if I'm not aware. Okay, in that moment, the anxiety, the panic, and then I was like, wait, that's not me. And then I asked my angels and guides to take it away. I asked God, angels and guides, please take the entities and energies away that are feeding off of my anxiety and fear and wanting to create that within my system. And then, sure enough, I just closed my eyes, sat back, and I felt them come in and they removed it. And then I was fine. Okay. For other people like me, if you notice things like that happening, super sensitive, intuitive people, remember, it's not your takeaway is it's not always yours. And sometimes we will say, we adopt these identities. I just am super sensitive and have so much anxiety and this. And sometimes it's entities that have been kind of sending this frequency, and you suck it in, feed off of it, and then, you know, sometimes once you get to a certain place, you can realize it's that easy to remove that entity and energy. Now, this message isn't for everybody. If you're somebody that's on medication for anxiety or depression, things of that nature, I'm not a medical doctor, any of that type of stuff. I'm just sharing with you what I've done that's helped me, and I've noticed this is about entity training, okay? And that's something that I'm going to be talking about on and off. That's a very important thing, that entities come, you know, these lower forces feed off of us. And right now there's so much fear and anxiety in the world. They're like it's like we're a tasty snack to them. So just be aware of your energy, okay? Also going into a room and things of that nature. Okay, guys? If you have any questions or you want to work with me, right now on my Etsy shop, which I'll put in the description, there is a 25% off sale if you'd like to work with me on Zoom. That's the best place to do it. If you have questions or if you're having these types of events happen to you where you know, okay, this isn't really mine. This is coming from an entity. I'm having problems in that area. And with that, take care, guys.